want to start this off with just saying thank you. Because as I watched the movie, I felt like I was my 5-year-old self again, singing in my living room, pretending to be Ariel. How special was last night for you, and to experience that with a live audience?
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Last night was spectacular. It meant a lot for me to just be there and to see reactions of the beautiful audience. I mean, it's very surreal because, you know, we were all kind of in our own little bubble working on this film for so long. You know, I auditioned for this film when I was 18, and I turned 23 this year. So it's been such a long journey for me, but it's been worth the wait, especially to see the result of our hard work. So I'm just really grateful for all of it.
You broke the rules. You went to the above world.
A man was drowning. I had to save him.
This obsession with humans has to stop.
I just want to know more about them.
Ariel, don't! You mentioned that you were 18 when you started this.
Yes.
What have you learned about yourself during this time, during this process, and as Ariel?
Yes. Well, the beautiful thing about this is I feel like Ariel has taught me so much about myself as Halle. And, you know, I think that the years that I've been doing this film are very transformative years as a young woman. You're still finding yourself. I'm still finding who I am every single day, really. And, you know, these values, these characteristics of Ariel, these traits of her that are strong, passionate, such drive that she has, her not being afraid. I really feel like I truly tried to adopt some of those values as Halle, and I feel like when we wrapped, I truly felt like those stuck with me, and I was a way different person than I was when I started filming on the first day. So she's truly taught me a lot about who I am and what I can be if only I just go try and work really hard.
I love the way you put that, because that is the thing about Ariel. I keep asking people, because I'm trying to figure it out.
Yes.
What is it about Ariel? What do you think it is about Ariel that people connect to so much?
Well, I definitely think it's a combination of everything in the film, but with Ariel in particular, I think it's her openness and her honesty about struggling with maybe feeling out of place, which I think we all can relate to, and feeling like she doesn't belong. And everyone has felt like that at some point. But watching her conquer her fears and go through this journey of, you know what, I feel this way, but I know what I want for myself in my life, and I'm gonna go after it. And watching her come out on top, I think is what resonated with all of us when we were smaller, and even still now still resonates with us. And I think that it's that hope that we all have for ourselves and our lives, I think is one of the things as to why we're so like enamored by her.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I know something's starting right now.
The music was just, I just have chills talking about it. For you, how did you go about approaching the music and making it your own with these iconic songs?
Yes, well, the music was so exciting for me because, I mean, I consider myself a musician and artist first. And, you know, I was so excited to sing these songs that have been the soundtrack to my childhood for a very long time. So it was just really exciting for me. So I was honestly fangirling being in the room with Alan Menken, the original composer of this film and so many amazing Disney scores. Like, what? To be able to get his stamp of approval and be like, to have him cry at hearing me sing the song that he's heard a million times. It's like very surreal, and I was just grateful that I was able to bring my own flair to the songs, and Rob Marshall was so amazing in letting me just be free. And the riffs and the nuances that I did, I was allowed to be creative still, but with honoring the original that Jodie Benson did so perfectly. So yeah, I was just really, really honored to even sing these songs that I've loved for so long.
You can't live in that world unless you become a human yourself.
Is that even possible?
You talk about having that creative freedom, and I read something where you talked about Melissa McCarthy kind of giving you advice about, you know, speaking up and standing up for the things. What advice was it that she gave you?
Yes, wow. Well, I truly feel like I learned so much from Melissa McCarthy just by watching her on this film. It was interesting because the first 2 months I was filming like by myself on blue screen with puppeteers who would come in and out, and I would be talking to the air and I would just hear my beautiful co-stars in my ear. So I was alone, and then Jonah came along, and which was amazing to have another person on set to actually work with instead of just puppeteers. And then Melissa came shortly after in the 3rd month. But I was just so like struck by her power and her strength and her regalness, honestly. And I remember watching her just command the set and walk in and know what she wants. And she's so kind. She's such a genuine person. But she also knows her worth, and she knows how to speak up. She's like, no, I want this. This is great. This is not, I need this. Like, watching her communicate her needs was like, wow, you can do that? And I tell her this every day. When I saw her performance in it, I was struck. And then hearing her song as Ursula, I mean, I've been a fan of her for a very long time. But watching her be just everything a woman can be, all the layers to us are so beautiful. You can be genuine and kind, but also strong and stand in your power. I just was so just struck by her, and I learned a lot.
Something about you seems different. I can't quite figure it out.
She got legs, you idiot.
To come from swimming in the pools with your sisters, pretending to be mermaids, to now having your own doll, which I'm curious as to how many dolls you have. What does this all mean to you? And where do you go from here? You are cemented in history as Ariel.
Thank you. It truly means the world to me to be in this position. I am just, I don't even know. It's just overwhelmingly big. I'm just so grateful. And, you know, people ask me, and I'm like, I'm still wrapping my head around the fact of this. But to be able to see the reactions of these babies and see that it's impacting this generation makes me cry and feel like I'm in the right place. God has done this for a reason. I am just grateful to be here. And that's all I can really say about it, because it's so massive to me in my head. But regardless of that, I'm just grateful to be in this position.